Hello and welcome back. I'm Dr. Lori Williams. Today I want to talk to you about the pain that you blame on others is actually the permission that you haven't given to yourself. So essentially, I say this once, I'll say this a million times. Everything that is going on outside of you is literally just a mirror reflecting back what's going on in the inside world. This is where your power is. This is where your ability to heal is. It's not in trying to change or to fix the outside circumstances. It's in going within and healing what needs to be healed and releasing what needs to be released and giving yourself what it is that you need to give to yourself. You're the only one that can do it. You're the only one that can show up and give you everything that you need in the way that you need it. So essentially, um, in our society, in our upbringing, we are taught that the pain that someone else causes us is our fault. It's like, oh, they hurt us, they abandoned us, they didn't show up for us. All of these excuses that we put out there, and this just causes a heaviness within us, believing that if someone else acted differently, that we would feel different, and it's all their fault. But the truth is that the blame that you're actually putting on someone else comes back to the permission that you're not giving to yourself. So essentially, when um, someone else has caused you pain, they have triggered you. That's showing you an unhealed part of yourself, an unmet need within yourself. Um, but it's coming from a deeper response of what you are not, how you're not showing up for yourself. So it could be like, for an example, are you not giving yourself permission to feel, worthy? Do you have a self worth issue? Did you not give yourself permission to walk away or to rest, or maybe that you give yourself permission to that it's okay to want more, um, or that you need to, your ability to show up is not tied to fixing, like rescuing or performing for others. So there's a lot of things that, as soon as you give yourself that permission, you give that yourself permission to feel worthy, you give yourself permission to take up space, you give yourself permission to, focus on yourself rather than fixing others. Um, you're giving yourself that need that was not met. So, and you're taking this is where you're taking the responsibility that you need to, in order to truly heal yourself on all levels. Because let's be honest, I mean, if this was easy, everybody would be doing it, and you would have done it already. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. Uh, but we don't give ourselves permission because, like I said before, in our society, we're taught, to fear disappointing others. It's like we got to put ourselves back, aside for the sake of others. We are conditioned to believe that our worth comes from how we show up for others, in being needed, in being valued by other people. That we live in a society that rewards us for struggling silently, um, and we've been punished for expressing our truth. So essentially, we learn to stay quiet, to stay small, to stay, in pain, to stay agreeable, to be liked, and to be valued. But that is not the true and authentic version of you. Like nothing of what I just said there actually, checks the boxes for the authentic version of you. That's exactly the exact opposite that the authentic version of you requires. Um, but so there's got to be something that shifts. There's got to be a change here. There's got to be, um, essentially, you can ask yourself this question. It's, what am I waiting for someone else to give me? What am I waiting for someone else to give me? If it's love, if it's understanding, if it's validation, if it's an apology, whatever it is, then you need to give that to yourself. And you got to give yourself that permission to give yourself that. It could be even a change in your career. Maybe you're stuck in a job that you absolutely hate. You need to give yourself permission to, that you're capable of letting that go and finding something that's better suited and a better fit for you. This is where your freedom is going to come from. You got to stop looking at what others have done to you or are doing to you, and to start looking at what you're no longer willing to do to yourself. Because the only reason the people outside of you are triggering you is because you're not giving yourself the thing that you're expecting from them. And the truth of it is, if you're not giving yourself the validation and the love and the confidence and the self worth, how can you expect anybody else to show up and give you those things when you're not even willing to give it to yourself? It has to come from you first. That is where your power is. That is where your healing is. The moment you find yourself pointing a finger at somebody else, ask yourself the question, what is it that I'm not giving to myself in this situation? Because it's got nothing to do with them. They're just the mirror. They're reflecting back to you exactly what's going on internally. And you can take that as a lesson and grow from it. Because that's the point of it. It's meant to be a lesson. It's meant to be the outside experience is meant to become internalized in a way that we allow to help us to grow and to evolve back to our true and authentic self. This is a roadmap. Your triggers are a roadmap to who you truly are. Use it wisely. And you'll never, ever, ever regret that. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you back here next time.